Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank my colleague from St. Boniface for her great intervention today. You know, we're really lucky to have a woman of her caliber here with her experience in the field, with working with the police forces, working with victims, and understanding why we need to have tougher sentencing in this country. I know in my riding, people are always appalled at the idea that somebody can go in and break and enter in your house, violate your home, and then get a condition that he can go and return to his home or her home and live out their sentence in the comforts of their home while your place has been violated and gutted. The same thing, we just went through an experience in my riding where one person went out and did a whole series of arsons, burnt down about 3 houses, attempted to burn down a couple of others, and got to spend time in conditional sentencing. And the victims of those crimes are saying, you know, I don't have a house anymore, but that individual gets to go back and serve out their sentence in the comforts of their own home. And that is just so wrong on just so many levels. So I'm asking the honourable member from St. Boniface to talk about, you know, how she sees this coming into effect and actually providing the victims with some retribution and feeling that they have the ability. And also, we're getting a lot of questions here from the NDP. And yet in Manitoba, the NDP provincial government supports this type of legislation, and the Minister of Justice there is very much in support of it being tougher on crime, and I wonder why his federal cousins aren't on the same page.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
I want to thank my colleague for such kind words. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be working with this party on the government side, and I hope to be here for a long time to see justices come about through legislation like what we're talking about here today. And I want to echo my appreciation of our Attorney General in the province of Manitoba, an NDP Attorney General who is very much on the same page with regards to our attempts to see that justice issues are dealt with, as we're trying to do here today with Bill C-42. Now, I'm pleased to talk about victims because I've dealt with, as I said before, thousands of victims who have been asking for changes so that they feel that justice is being done. And I believe that Bill C-42 will help to address the concerns of our victims. Now, I'll just give you an example of a couple of cases that were just absolutely atrocious to the victims that dealt with conditional sentences. We had a situation in the city of Winnipeg where a babysitter became enraged with a 2-year-old child and did not have the ability to deal with this child, and as a result decided to punish the child, took this small baby's hands and went to a boiling pot of water and inserted this baby's hands into this boiling water and inflicted severe, severe burns on this child's hands. Now, this child will never, ever be the same. And what did this offender receive as a sentence? 18 months conditional sentence in the comfort of her home, watching her television, and the victims felt betrayed. They felt as if they had done nothing to help prevent this from happening to another child. And so I side with the victims here who want to make sure that this is prevented, that no more children are harmed, and that we as a society are doing the right thing in the interests and the administration of justice.